Bringing in my boy Gav.
Yo, yo, what's going
What's
on?
up, brother?
I'm chilling. How are you?
Chilling, man.
What's up, good people? Michelle on the check-in. What's good, Michelle?
What's up, Shelly?
What's going on?
Chilling, man. Chilling. How you been?
Can't complain, man. Can't complain. At the crib, social distancing.
Social distancing, okay.
We're trying to. Oh, man. Want to get started?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, man. We're back again. Week 12, y'all. We've been doing this for 3 months. It's been a while. What's going on, everybody? I hope everybody's safe, healthy, and in good spirits right now. Today is Thursday, June 11th, 2020. This is another episode of From the Front Lines. My name is Gavin Webb from STOOP55. I'm joined here with my bro, Dr. Denrick Cooper.
What's up? What it is, beautiful people?
Yeah. He is the Director of International Emergency Care at a hospital in New Orleans. Dr. Cooper will be answering your questions, giving you the latest on the public health crisis, and talking to our special guest this evening, Andre Richardson. He is a political practitioner and the founder of Build the Bench. Today's episode is on activism, protest and unrest, shifting people, politics, and the police. So, yeah, man, let's get started. Just to kick off the conversation, you know, we utilize this platform, obviously, to inform people, and this is like a way for us to push the civil rights movement that's going on forward, whether that be from the healthcare and social, economic, whatever it is. Absolutely. I mean, to kick it off and just to ask you, Kamathi, as a Black man outside of doing this show and obviously serving the community as a physician, what are you doing to push the movement forward?
Sure. That's heavy, man. That's heavy. What are you doing?
What do you do?
I can't, I mean, firstly, I'm getting out in the streets. And I don't want to compare my way of doing it to anybody else's. Everyone has their own way. But for me, I was really energized by this, you know? I've been out to protest here at myself, my girlfriend, have been out to protest in New Orleans, kind of being in the street, making noise about it. I think the presence in these systems is also very important. Also, I've been kind of thinking of ways how I can leverage my own medical status in the community to affect change, right? They just, at my hospital, just started making a diversity and inclusion committee. So I'm definitely trying to get on the ground level of that, trying to be a little bit more helpful to not just extend the word of the public health crisis that's going on, that is police brutality, but extending beyond that to see how I can really effectively help my patients, right?
Sure.
Those that are not just minorities in race that we're talking about now, but in class and gender and religion, sexual orientation, and everything like that. So I think and I don't want to limit, I don't want to give the message that people are limited to just going out in the streets, you know? You want to be involved in politics. You want to see how we could change our representatives to really push policy change. And I think all of that is important as well. How about you, brother? What are you doing?
What am I doing? Outside of co-producing this show, right?
Yes.
Like you mentioned, I have gone out to the protests, both in Long Island and in New York City. I've been on the peripheral of the protests, sort of trying to document things. I've been going out with my camera, shooting what's going on, and sort of sharing that with the people, whether that be through Instagram or any other means. I feel like it's important to document this period. You know, this is the biggest civil rights movement ever. And as far as, you know, the things that have happened thus far, the catalyst to that has been images and videos. So being a producer, being into media, continuing to create content, continuing to create platforms like STOOP55 that uplift marginalized voices, you know, as well as, you know, working my 9 to 5. You know, I work in television programming. So by any means that I can sort of push more diversity in front of the camera, behind the camera, the content that goes on the network, and, you know, using those films and shows more or less as teaching tools for people to become more aware of the plight of, you know, colored people. And obviously, as a citizen, just voting when I can. I mean, everybody can get out there and vote, you know, at the end of the day. And to push policy right now, I feel like is of the utmost importance. But, you know, a few things here and there, trying to do my part as best I can, you know?
I feel it. I feel it. I know you're in Long Island now. What's going on in Long Island? Like, I've been reading a lot of that.
Man,
I know the very divisive, horrible history of redlining and stuff in Long Island. I remember how it is. Just like you pass Queens, Nassau County, it's kind of a lot more segregated once you hit Suffolk, and even parts of Nassau County in and of itself. So, what have you been seeing
yeah.
out
I mean, I feel like New York downstate is very segregated, but to your point, Long Island is probably one of the most segregated places,
there?
metropolitan area places in the country. I mean, you know, when we grow up, like,
Yeah.
there's literally pockets of, you know, colored people communities. And outside of those communities, there's predominantly white towns that, you know, don't like black folks too much. I mean, to your point, a redlining, they sort of pushed Black and Hispanic people into these sort of pockets that are extremely underserved, you know, and to go out of those towns, you know, like we've seen in some of the videos in Merrick, Long Island, or even Smithtown, there's been a lot of unrest on both sides, you know? So, I mean, what's going on in Long Island, things are hopefully changing, but there's definitely, you know, a fight between towns and an argument around whether people should be protesting just throughout the whole country. I mean, it's rough, and it's not easy living here, I would say, as a Black person. But, you know, with the civil rights movements that have been going on and how I've been seeing them in Long Island, hopefully I can see some type of change happen. But it's been a lot of unrest. It's a very segregated place, and I feel like a lot of these issues have been bubbling underneath the surface in our community.